Good evening, Zambia, and welcome to this special interview of this day. And my guest this evening is Michael Chunzu, Special Assistant, Mobilization and Politics in the Office of the Secretary General. He joins me this evening as we get to talk about the readiness of the ruling party, which is the UPND, ahead of the 2026 general election. Good evening and welcome to the program.
Good evening. How are you, Danny?
Well. We're looking forward to what will be the outcome after August 13, and I know that you're equally very curious about what will happen after August 13. Well, so we greeted Muliuli. Let's just get into it. I understand the party went through an intra-party election from branch level to ward level to province and national level. NMCs were elected, and now we are at a stage where the party has been receiving nomination from aspiring candidates. Just give us some insight in terms of how that process has been going so far.
First of all, I want to thank my president. I want to also to thank the vice president, the secretary general, and the vice, also the whoever has been appointed by the president. Why I'm saying I want to thank mainly for members of UPND for the manner we have conducted ourselves from the inter-party elections, from there to the members of the national management. Now we are doing nomination. It wasn't easy at all. As you know that UPND is the most disciplined party. If you are not careful, then you are going to run the party which will go in disarray. But we took this initiative to start from the grassroots. We were starting from what we call polling stations committees. The polling stations committee were building the branches. The branches were building the ward. Then the ward was building the constituents. And the constituents came to the district. And the district came to the province. From the province, we went to go and put the national management, where my president was also among those people who were elected. Now, when you see the process, it's not easy to manage all that process. That's why I tell you that UPND is the most disciplined. In there, you are going to find that there are different types of people. If you don't handle properly these things, you injure certain individuals. And because of that is where now you find a lot of confusion within the party. But Hakainde, with his team, as a president, we managed to maintain the discipline. And it's where we are now, where you find that the most exciting and the things that have been very, very happy is the way also we have conducted the people who are putting their nominations. And I'm telling you, what I saw excited me so much. We could find that young ladies, young boys, gentlemen, were putting up their what? The majority of the people that I saw are the young ones, putting to make sure that they want to contest on the presidential, mayor, and councillor. It went on very smooth. And I'm telling you, this party, I want to thank each and every member of our party, the way how we conducted ourselves.
Would you describe your your General Assembly as an election that took place in a fair and transparent manner, especially during the time you were electing National Management Committee?
I'm telling you, that thing was done in each. And by the way, you must know, since UPND belongs to everyone, and all what we do ourselves as a party, in each and every province, 7 people, they must be elected at a national level. Eastern Province, 7. Southern Province, 7. These come into the national management. So there is no province who do come and abstain. No, we are not represented ourselves in the national management. You can imagine. But that does not mean that only 7. Then that 7, it is mandatory. It is whether like it or not, in the national management, we must 7 people, 7 from each province. We are talking about 70 people that are coming from there. Then the president also is going to nominate 30 or appoint 30 to go to the national management. And these also, they will come from each and every province to represent also the national management. Not only that, by the way, only those who are going to be 7-7, we have got 10 members of provincial chairman. We have got 10 provinces. So we are talking about 10 people who are also members of the national management, by virtue that they were elected by the district. So they also go to the national management. So we have got 10 provincial chairmen, we have got 70 which are elected by the national management, by the National Assembly. Then the president also gets about how many? 30. So we are saying 30 plus 70 plus 10. These are the people who make up the National Management Committee, where the president is the chairman.
Now that this exercise is done, the intra-party election is done, the nomination is almost concluding on Tuesday. Let's begin now talking about real issue here. Your party, UPND, was sworn into the premise of economic recovery in terms of making lives for Zambians better. We are now going to a general election. Those promises you made to the Zambian people, are you confident enough that you met the expectation of the Zambian people? In other words, how ready is the UPND for these elections?
We are much ready ourselves. We started our campaign early February. Early February this year, or last year I should say. The president said the campaign has started now. I am Michael Chunzu. I am the Special Assistant Mobilization and Politics in the Office of the Secretary.
Isn't that against the electoral code of conduct because in terms of campaigns?
No, listen. I will tell you what it means, my office. And I will tell you what the campaign is all about. I will tell you. Because I am the most qualified politician in our party. So what it means when my president said, you don't build the party when you think now his election has come. No. Structure of the party, you go and monitor, you go and audit your structure. We were auditing our structure. Why do we audit the structure? We audit the procedure in order to make sure that our structures are intact. My president, he said, I want all of you. I was in Eastern Province. I was auditing the structure, counting how many. Can you raise the hand? No. Counting individuals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 44. 44 women. 44 youth, 44 many body, 132. I was mandated to go to Eastern Province to audit the structure. I did that. All 20 constituencies in Eastern Province. I did that. And I reported back to my Secretary General. Said, I have done. So by doing that, we are saying, okay, we have got the people now who are going to campaign. We have got the people from the polling stations, Bwana. It's not, you see, that's why you find these parties, they don't know. They don't know. You see, so what I'm saying is campaign is not because you are going for elections when we get beard. No. It is just like in the house. You cannot start busing. You said, no, we are going to bus it. Tomorrow is when we are going to buy soap because somebody is going. No, you clean yourself before. So it is a national, it is the party policy that that's why what we call card renewal. What does it mean? When we are doing card renewal, we want to, who are the members of UPND? Who are paid up members of UPND? So those are the things. Some of these parties, they don't have that system. I can mention any party. They don't have card renewal. They don't have. But UPND has. My president, when he was putting his nomination at the secretariat, he was paying each and every month. And those who came to find out his membership fee, he paid continuously, paying every month he was paying. So it's not a president that he was not, you are going to find that even this president, go and find out how loyal they were to their own party. Nothing at all.
Let's speak more into the opposition. Are you threatened by the opposition? Because also ICZ did open a window for those who are interested in standing as presidential candidate, and we have seen a good number of presidential aspirants pay these 100 kwacha revised fee. Are you threatened by the opposition come August 13, 2026?
I wish some did not even I wish some did not even waste time to pay that 100 kwacha. Who can threaten UPND? Who can threaten another candidate? What is it that they themselves have done to this country that can make Hakainde to get threatened? What is it that? What is it that? I'll give you an example. What is it that Akaraba he has done to the Zambian that the Zambian can build the confidence in them? What is it that Membe has done to the Zambian that he can build the confidence in them? What is it that Munduvile has done to Zambian that you think Hakainde can be threatened? By the way, some of these are crooks. Some of these are crooks. Some of them...
Do you have evidence to prove that these individuals are crooks?
I'm a politician, Bwana. I am a politician. I know all of them I've mentioned. Some of these are, like we talk of Munduvile, he's a Mkula dealer. Go to Mporokoso. Some of the people that he was dealing with in Mkula, he hasn't even paid. The cooperatives. Those are Mkula dealers. If you go, I want to tell you about these candidates, some of them. Do you know that Mnduvile was the provincial minister? Are you aware? In where?
That's for you to
no,
answer.
I want you, Ndanji.
I can't answer that.
When I'm with you, I want you to answer because we're Zambian. You are the person who are talking, you are going to vote. And your vote is going to speak. And the reason why you are going to vote is because himself, somebody has sold himself to you. So we are talking about very serious. We are talking about elections, general elections, putting somebody in the office of the president.
So you
now,
really...
I am saying, Mnduvile, he was a provincial minister in Northern Province. Go and see what it is in Northern Province, what it was. In Polokoso constituency, go and see. These are the people who are saying, no, CDF was not doing what and what. He was using CDF in order to make himself popular, but he failed. Let him go. I'm talking about Wenema Karab. Do you know Karab was working to PWD? He was working public chani a long time ago. We used to call it PWD. Kuja kwa mene kuja kwenze oilo petrol. We know what is it that Mnduvile, my dear, did in MMD?
Right.
What did he do in PF? What is it that now we can demonstrate to the Zambians that is a better person?
Speaking about what, questioning what some of these aspirant
I will
candidates
continue, and I can even finish all of them. We are talking about somebody who is member. You are talking a member. Just a neighbor. Was it here where there was a post? Next day, it's a neighbor, that's our side. It was a post. Small things, which crimped him down, failing to pay ZRA. It went down. There, where is post now? And somebody wants to claim that he can build Zambia. He failed to do he failed to manage his own country. It was not UPND who made him to be where he is now. The bitterness that he has got because he failed to do business nicely. Hakainde did a better business. These are the people that you are thinking. You are thinking that now they are going. One of the presidential people who used to say a lot, no, this is Zambia, what and what, he wanted to become a presidential candidate. Do you know that name? Do you know that person? Sangwa. Johnny Sangwa. He ran away from a presidential campaign. He ran away. He has withdrawn. And these are the people, they're telling, Zambia is not what? Zambia is not what? Why have we been withdrawn? Because you were trying to build Zambia, you were wanting to build yourself as a presidential. He has withdrawn. These are the people, when you see them, when they come here on television, you say, Komatina Bantu. These people are ripe. Now they are no longer there. So I am talking about a very serious. UPND hasn't come to this to govern this country as jokers. We are not jokers. Hakainde is not a joker at all.
At the center of this whole conversation is the citizens of Zambia. And I earlier mentioned to say how ready is the UPND in the premise of what you promised the Zambian people. You question these candidates in terms of what they have done for them to even want to aspire to become president. Let's now drive it closer to UPND in terms of what you as a party have achieved, because this will be the questions that they will ask you to say, no, UPND, here you did not do well, here you did well, here you did not. What have you done for the Zambian people?
Can you shake my hand?
I would rather get your response. I would rather get your response.
Can you shake my hand?
Let me get your response.
No, I will. Can you shake me hand?
I would rather get your response.
No, just let us shake hands.
Let me get your response.
Can you greet
Mr.
me?
Michael Chunzu,
No,
let me get.
my brother.
It would be very inappropriate for me to shake your hands at this point, but I can get your response.
Suppose I will say, my brother, shake me hand. I want to tell you, I'll be going point by point where I'm shaking hands with you. That's the type of, you are interviewing me. And I want, can you shake hands? And I will tell you what UPND has done and what my president has done. One, UPND government, New Dawn government, Hakainde Hichilema, with his wonderful manifesto, we said the time when we are coming in government, Bwana, we are going to bring free education in Zambia. Shake me hand, please, Iwe.
No, I'm following. We're following. I think they will shake your hands.
No, I want you as an interviewer. We shake hands at my brother. This is what your president, Hakainde Hichilema, has done. Not only that, Bwana. We promised to Zambians we are going to increase CDF from 1.6 to 36 million, now 40 million. Can you shake me hand? We promised Zambian we are going to employ nurses. Didn't we not employ nurses? Shake hands with me, my brother. We said we were going to employ a sirikali, a police. Did we not employ? We said we are going to employ soldiers. Haven't we done that? Mwana wa muyanu ngatachita mkomu yumiga kuti mwana wa chita. We promise that NAPSA ukaliyo kalamba mdala ukaliyo sirijika kuti wasira mpamvu ukoli yako katondo wali yako NAPSA. That is my president Hakainde Hichilema. For Zambians, that is what UPND was standing for. Vana sukulu enzolila evakwempa malawansa kwakwempa kwep PF evakwempa. Hakainde says no, we are giving you your allowance, you'll be getting it. Are they not getting? Shake hands. Those are your fellow students there. Shake hands with me. This is what Hakainde was being promising. And with his party, UPND. It is not only that, my dear. In the schools where children are going, they are eating bwana mwana kuya kusukuru, akaya kusukuru topa akulia. Did you do that? Did the UNIP did that? Did the MMD did that? Did the PF did that? Anyway. So when we are telling, now we are saying, we are not going to allow a woman from one place to another in order to deliver. We are making this right up there. Where a clinic has got running water. Bwana, don't play with Hakainde is the motto.
Let's break down.
When we are saying Vala Jombo T,
let's break down.
Vala Jombo T, Hakainde Anatuza Vala Jombo. We are meaning Zambia. We are ready to deliver to the Zambians. We haven't come to Zambia. We haven't come to this government with jokes. No, revolutionary, my dear, revolutionary is not like. One of the politicians in South Africa, Malema, he was telling us, revolutionary is not like masturbation.
I would like you to rephrase that statement.
Is a thing you cannot get. Is a thing and become said I'm going to develop the country. You are not thinking. You must have a vision, focus, develop. That's what it is. An idea is a focus thing. A focus thing you develop.
Let's break down free education. Over 2.5 million, 2 million pupils or children have gone back to school. CDF, you found it on 1.6 million, it's now at 40 million. I want to lean more on CDF because you have
before
the reason why I want to speak into this.
No, before that, I've just remembered something. One of the opposition, I love my paramount chief. Inkosi yamankosi owa. Baba ngwenyama. Mpezeni 4 ngwenyama. He told one of those politicians, mwe ochawachita Hakainde wachita. Nanga mweo mwenzemo kalembo malomba mukachite chinji vasa chita muyanu ngwenyama paramount chief ngwenyama 4 mpezeli 4. He went there Pampado akalimwana mtondo. He has moved to 40 years. He advised the politicians in that way. Katanani kuti monse mchitire pamozi miendezi kwa ili pamozi. Now, with the Ngwenyama says that telling, akutilomba ewauja, pokutilomba chaboka. Everyone can become a president. Running this country, running this Zambia. There is peace in this country. One Zambia, one nation. One nation, one people. This is what Zambia is.
My question around CDF was around, we have seen the huge increment from 1.6 to 40 million. Many question the project that are being embarked with this fund, because if you go into this constituency, you find a mini 1x2, 1x3, for example, and these mini hospitals. Many questions say such huge amount, you should see vast project in communities. Why are people are concerned about this? Why are we seeing less projects when we have so much money at our disposal in our constituencies?
No, let me tell you. The problem which is there, we have to blame you. We have to blame each other, you and me. The CDF is not mainly for the government. It's for individual. CDF says, one of the qualifications, somebody to maintain that, let the Zambians company do the projects of CDF. Nanji, if you have a company, you register a company, they will give you a project to go and do. And do you know what? The Zambians themselves, that wanted that money. They are not even completing. Yesterday, day before yesterday, the provincial minister was touring one of the schools. Look how this contractor did. And the provincial minister, Peter Piri, was annoyed with the way it is ourselves who are destroying this thing, which is the question which we are talking about it. You give it to me, you don't do what you are supposed to have done. Now people are saying, no, the desks which are there are finished. They are not strong desks. Who has done that? A Zambian himself. Now, who should be blamed? Hakainde? Or the person who has been given a contract in order to earn a living? And at the same time, that is a community place. You allow somebody to do a very short work. You are saying, as people in that community, why don't you monitor? Say, no, Baba, now you want to shift all that blame to the government. Who is the government between you and me? It is us. It is us. When you see the bridge is done badly, stop it. Stop it. But you are able to do a person and mumna mijaboza kuti uyu mundu ni mfwiti mwambo mpaya. Mwambo mmenya. Koma mundu oyiwa vintu vachipatara, you don't act. Nonga ndalama zachipani bridge osapanga bwino, sukulu osapanga bwino, mulizi. But fake things, you become angry. But things which are concerning you to your lives, you don't act. You are acting morally on something which is not right.
Speaking about accountability, yes. I mean, we did hear an announcement. You mentioned that we have recruited police officers.
Yes.
One of the controversial conversation was around that recruitment, that a lot of people, the internal recruitment that a lot of people were upset with. You say, how do you recruit like that in a non-transparent manner at the party level? I know government and parties are two different distinctions, but it's one entity. What's your standpoint on this?
I'll give you a very good example. I went with my president in Mongo. And when we went in Mongo there were party members. Party members, I will come to that which we are saying. Party members started saying, Bwana President, se unchito tuziona lini. Awa nchito ongolemba chabe wa PF. My office umse unchito said, the President, we are the 4 ministers, 5. And he made all those ministers stand up. They stood. Ask one by one. Do I employ officer orderly? They said, no. Who employs? They said, it is us. Do I know that you people, these are crying, that they are the owners of UPND. They have suffered, they have 23 years, they have brought UPND where it is now, but you cannot even employ a sweeper in your office as a minister. Do I employ a person in that matter? No. Did I not employ you? Yes, I will employ me. But why? Do you listen to what they are saying? Yes. Who does that? The minister. Who does that? The director. Who does that? IG. Who does that? Human resource. Now, when you are asking about the issue of police, I'm not a responsible person to answer your question, but I'll answer what we are receiving at the Secretariat. Bwana, we are insulted nearly every day. If there is a place where insults are being said, it is at the Secretariat. The Secretary General, the man you see there, every day is being insulted, including me, at the Secretariat. Because do you know what it is that? It is given to the IG. When the IG is given that job and his workers and so forth, how do they do it? Yeah. At what level? Maybe, so it is human, right. It is we ourselves, we are given that responsibility that we mess up things.
Right.
It's not about what that thing, but it is us, dearer. You know, let me tell you, dearer. Dearer, do you know what dearer is? You like certain things, money.
Right.
So in order, we heard that some of these people, these places, what and what, they were saying.
I want to touch on something important
on that
here.
To answer, it is us, Zambians, who are not making things right as we are in the office. Then later on, people, they look at the president. He has given us responsibility to do it rightly. But because we don't do things rightly, that's why, my president, if you are tired of working, get out. Let other people
How
do this.
disciplined is the UPND compared to other political parties?
Bwana, we are very disciplined. Have you ever heard somebody being expelled? Have you ever heard some of the people that started shouting around? We are more disciplined. If ever there is any party in Zambia which is... My president is the most disciplined person. When you look at him, that's the way how we govern even the party. You don't mess around. Chunzu cannot mess around. No, you go. No matter I have been in the party for quite long, I'm one of the oldest members in the party from 1998 up to date. Arupia Bande Zamarume, I never joined him. I soldier on UPND. Ask Bakainde will tell you. That's how strong I am. Not this fake, my rally, no. We remain, we are men and women who focus. So when you ask me about discipline, we are more disciplined. But ever.
Are we going to see that consistency as we head towards the election?
It will be more now. You know, you don't experiment leadership. Don't experiment leadership. Because if you experiment leadership, is what you see in PF. Because they didn't know each other. They were experimenting. Our party is a disciplined party. That's why we don't experiment positions. I'll give you an example. Wakaona kamwana Liswaniso. Liswaniso has been working from opposition with us. Last year, 5 years, he was the youth national youth chairman. He is. Even now, for 5 years and that is the consistency. That is the way you discipline the party. The party should not experiment leadership. We are not going to experiment leadership.
Let's look at some of the processes happening in the political party. There's been a concern from NGOCC, and I wanted to, before we begin winding up, for you to respond to some of their concern. They have indicated that while there are political parties that are initially receiving, they've been receiving reports that some political parties are demanding original documents from aspiring candidates, particularly those seeking election as members of parliament and at local government level. NRC Grade 12 certificate, original documents. What's your position on this statement? As
NGOCC, what does it stand for? NGOCC, what does it stand for? What does it stand for? Please, be on your line. Say Sunganda, it is our own home. The way we eat, the way we want to do with our own members, it is our own members. That's the way we want to play a game. You cannot tell us, you want to bring, that's why, let me tell you, I went to a certain country. You understand? My brother, I went to a certain country where we were told what democracy is. If you don't monitor, if you don't manage democracy, then you bring the country into chaos.
Is that what the UPND is doing?
No, I'm telling you, manage. If you don't manage democracy, you put the country in a fire. Democracy is necessary, but manage democracy.
Mr. Michael.
Now, why I'm saying this, our NGO, niao nganda UPND niao. Niyao UPND.
What they're describing is an illegal activity.
Inde wewe niyao nganda. Ngati neo nilibe national registration card. Wewe nganiko shichifuka nchani ulibe national registration card. Ni chada changu ni kufuna kwangu. It's my wish. We are dealing with our own members. So if we ask the members, okay, this is what we want. We don't want to have fake people.
The fear here is vote buying. The fear is vote buying.
How many certificates, original certificates, or certificates of university certificate you have? How many universities? Some universities are fake. Some certificates are fake. You want us to admit somebody to stand as a member of the parliament who has got a fake certificate? Is that what you want? You want us to get somebody who is not a Zambian to go on in the parliament?
But they do certification about the police, don't they?
No.
Before they bring this document.
Certification, no one. Ni wanojita certificate. Muntu. A human being, he can even steal a stamp and give it to us. We have got a system on our own where we go and verify. And as I'm talking, people are busy, as I'm talking, screening. We don't, well, that's why my president methodical. We do things methodically. That's the way we deal with things.
There are two things I want to touch on before we conclude.
You see, we don't do shortcut. Mwachita bwanye ma certificate ni mwako mnganda. Amai kapana amai wala nkazikikani.
I want to touch on two things here before we wind up, Mr. Michael Chunzu.
Yes.
I know that the outgoing U.S. ambassador, Michael Gonzalez, touched on a number of things with regards to this government now. I don't know what you make of his statement, his farewell speech. Maybe we could get a position from a political party standpoint. I know government will give their own as well. I know Aimbe did speak into this matter, but what's the political party position on what was said?
Ulakada Zamusa, director. What's his name?
The ambassador is called Michael Gonzalez.
No, not ambassador. Ula is a director kuja Zamusa. Atindani. Chija chikada chatonsa. Atindani. Was he not working from there? How many people that have been called to the court? Ula mzungula ni mwakerini mnganda Zambia ni yasu vakufuna veve mweyo ngati nampasani. If I've given you miu, go and eat in your home. Don't come to my house and measure miu the way how I want to eat. And later on, you want to find the faults. We have arrested the people. I'm done. Vandu va ulamzungu okamba vake va muntu koma boma. Even my president said, whoever is going to steal a needle, whoever you are going to steal any equipment for medical equipment, that person should not be given a bail. And now you go and stand on a portfolio. No, there is nothing which this government has done. No, man. Oronwe mzungu. Osatitola teto. As verani. Awaya sotitandiza. Tukanalini. Kutitandiza help us. Yes, it is to help us. You want to make conditions. You want to dictate the way how Akainde wants to do things. Akainde does things methodically. Time will come. There were some people there who were doing Zamsa, what and what. We have fired the people at the Ministry of Health. You think we haven't done that? Investigations are going on. And somebody goes, no, there is nothing since I came here. But we are not saying we don't know, we don't want help. Help. But if you want, as a party, I'm speaking as a party member, to say, ngati pali vyakine tienti kambe chisinsi. We have got a way of talking things. My president has got a state house. He can go there and talk. But later on, things which you talk or private, you want everyone to hear. What do you want to become? To say you are so sympathetic than my president. He cares for Zambians.
Speaking about caring for Zambians, at political level, at party level rather, we did see a number of defection. We have seen a number of members of parliament defect to the ruling party. We have seen mayors defect, councillors defect. Is this a sign of confidence that opposition have in President Hakainde Hichilema? I ask you this question because, again, there's another concern in Parliament that people are closing the floor, meaning that they're breaking the law, Article 72, Clause 2. What is the party position on this matter?
Nguruwe dalila msampa utaninga. A wild pig cried at a time when the rope was almost to be cut. That's the PF. That's the opposition. That's the opposition. Because they know the time is not with them. So we have got a saying, Nguruwe dalila msampa utaninga. The wild pig cried when the rope was almost to be cut off. So the opposition, they will tell you this and that and that. Who are defecting? You tell me those people who are defecting are not members of it, they don't know the law. They know. Time is gone. They have seen the only party that they can go to. Now they were saying UPND Bana is the formidable party. Very formidable. It has got it has. That's why the strength now is when they will cry more. They will cry more. By the way, these people, they have finished PF on their own completely. Kusamva.
Many argue that the UPND have got a hand in the
which hand
in what has been happening with the PF.
Which hand? Should I tell you how much they had hand in our part? I'll tell you in a quick way. One, we had the vice president, Francis Imenda. He was the vice president to Hakainde. Who picked him? PF when they were ruling. They took him, vice president to Hakainde. They took him and gave him position in Ethiopia, representative. One. The second person they picked was Richard Kapita. He was the vice president to Hakainde. They picked him, and this man was even saying, I am going to destroy UPND in Northern Province, since now I know the tactics of Hakainde. He left. Another person, the person whom I love most, even now I've got much respect, because that man, when I was going to prison, was the one who paid for my bail. Godfrey Mwamba. He was the vice president closer to Hakainde. He said, no, I am going to Northern Province. I'm going to destroy what? UPND. Vice president. The last one was Kenisha Sibanda. Vice president to Hakainde. The PF picked it. And he was in PF. Now, how do you say sure we have got a hand? When they themselves had more hand in UPND, please, don't say that. Don't say that. The problem which they're having, it started in Murungushi when Sampa was injured. And Sampa is a very bitter person. Very bitter. After all, I look at him, is the most confused person ever, a politician we have ever created. That boy is just useless in politics.
How inclusive is the party? Because we know that the new law...
I'm still answering.
I know there are a lot of things that you can touch.
Let me answer this. Who formed the UCA? Who formed the UCA? I thought it was themselves. Now they have created another Umozi here, Umozi, is Hakainde there. Didi zoona imwe mkamba zoona akaindi ndiye chefominga uka akaindi ndiye fominga utonse. Please, let us be sincere. We are politicians. When we are talking about issues, let us be sincere. As some certain people, you say, it's pity that SATA left people in PF who were not honest. There was only one man who was honest in PF, Winter Kavimba. The rest, yeah. But he groomed certain individuals in PF, Michael Sata. You are talking Mumbipiri, GBM, and other people. Whenever Kambwiri, I was over Funta now over Kambwiri. It's crazy. Kambwiri, we are looking at him. These are politicians that we Zambia we can talk about. Look now what they're doing. Maila Bwetukaichi, Mazakambaichi. What type of politicians? Ututuwana utu. Tuyakine lati kafaya. And I'll telling you, uyu mwana Binwero Mpundu. Binwero Mpundu, uyu mwana ufunaonesha kuti ni mwana organiza maningi. Palipozi, ulatumpa sana. Mparliament. Iwe, Mparliament. And now listen, he formed up a party. Listen, he formed a party. Why Achani? Chaiche? What Chaiche?
Is it to tell me?
Yes, I'm telling you. Where is he? Na Chaicho. Are the youth following him? And now you go and join together. It is the same person. The same person, Binwero Mpundu, who was telling people in Quito, said, "Ine ninkwete Vatata ninkwete nakainde ichilema." Binwero Mpundu. Today, you go and stand and against Akainde when you say is also. What type of politician are you? These are the things, Bwana. That's why I told you, and I'm still telling you, don't experiment. You don't experiment politicians. Mwe Oshua mdu yataka nkala president. Benwero amamana. Akaraba. Akaraba.
As we get to wind up, Mr. Michael
These people, they will go to Bushiri, they will go to this to get money.
The Zambian people,
they will bring it
character
to Zambia.
assassination probably.
It's not, I'm a politician, Ibwana. That is our language.
No, I hear you, but let me tell you. Let's have substance conversation.
Let me tell you one thing. I do understand you. At one point in time, Michael Sata, he was telling Levi Mwanawasa kuti cabbage. Was that assassination? In politics. That's the way we move, we as politicians.
As we get to close, many Zambian people... Key players, two things here, key players. Nominations going on now.
Is a mukula dealer. I'm emphasizing that one is a mukula dealer. And if you're not careful, tika ende na call out ntawi amene kuti ofuna chite hapa nomination tika ende na tika sunge mjacket abdara kwa ndimba chite ku police.
Let's close it off with this.
I'm talking like a politician.
Let's close it off with this.
Yes.
The nomination actually received, there are a number of MPs that are aspiring for one constituency. We are even seeing about 4 individuals that are claiming to say we want to stand on this particular constituency, but they want to fall under your political party. Are you not worried that this will cause chaos when it comes to now picking that one? Because there can only be one MP and one president in this case. But are you worried? And also, as you answer my question, there are people, vulnerable groups like persons with disabilities, the youths themselves, as they file in this nomination, I know that there will be a party list due to our new law that is there. How prepared are you with that party list to make sure that these vulnerable groups are also catered for by the party?
I'm telling you, we are going to consider there as per law, as what the parliament has stipulated. We are going to follow that. But you must know, in UPND, there will be no independent candidate in UPND because it is a discipline party. There will be no independent candidate in UPND. Those who want to be independent candidate, let them stay away from us. And they shouldn't come to go and do their nomination because UPND is a discipline party. Ninganda imozi yabantu amozi. We, even if in one constituency, my brother, even if there is 5, 10 members of parliament who have launched their nomination, even themselves, they know we are going to we are going to pick only one. If only one is going to be picked, all of you, all of them, they have to go and support that individual. We are going for interviews recently. Maybe we shall be going, if ever things allowed us,
right.
We shall go into provinces. We are going to interview all the MPs. If yourself, you are not going to be adopted, are you going to support your friends? That is the question we are going to ask. Whether they are going to answer or not, but to us, I know they are going to answer, to say, I am going to support my friend. On that answer, then we're not going to allow anyone to stand as independent candidate.
Right. Well, Mr. Michael Chunzu, thank you so much for joining me on this day.
I'm very happy, but the time is too short. I wish we had expanded more. Next time, when I come here, I want you to ask me about what we are going to put now, our coming manifesto for 2026 from 13th August upwards. Huh? So that is the way I should ask. Even those who come here, they shouldn't tell you, no, what Akainda, what yourself you are going to do. Ask them this question. Are you going to reverse the free education? Are you going to reverse free allowance? Are you going to sack all those people who in nurses were employed? Ask those questions to those people.
Right.
Are you going to reverse the CDF?
Thank you so much for making time.
Equally.
Yeah.
Can we shake hands? Although you don't allow. Yes,
thank you so much for coming.
I wanted.
Thank you so much for coming. My guest this morning was Michael Chunzu, a Special Assistant Mobilization and Politics in the Office of the Secretary General. The UPND 10-point plan for Zambia for these 5 years was around job creation, reduce inequality, education and empower, and that is electrify Zambia. Improve competitiveness, agriculture development, stable and consistent policy, a health nation, and good governance. You, the Zambian people, what do you make of what they have done so far? Well, thank you so much for making time to join me on this day. I've been your host, Ndanji Duncan Simons. Like I always say, whatever you might be doing, make sure it is profitable.